10 Shortest Female Champions in WWE History, ranked by height. Unquestionably, taller female wrestlers look head and shoulders above their shorter counterparts in WWE because of their looks and height. However, WWE has a plethora of short female wrestlers on their roster who have delivered the goods and not looking out of place by showcasing their tremendous skills inside the ring. Of course, shorter female wrestlers have had to work harder than their taller opponents to make an impact in the ring. Nevertheless, the WWE Women's Championship is the biggest prize in the industry alongside the Women's World Championship. WWE's women's division has many women's championships currently functioning, which is an excellent achievement considering how women's wrestling was treated as a laughingstock in the Attitude Era. Nevertheless, some of the shortest female champions in WWE history were some of the greatest female wrestlers of all time. 10. AJ Lee. AJ Lee stands at 5 feet 2 inches. AJ Lee is arguably the greatest WWE Divas champion in history. She won the Divas Championship for the first time in her career when she saw off Kaitlyn at Payback 2013 to get her hands on the title. The women's division wasn't at the strongest, but AJ could only beat the opponents that were in front of her. AJ's maiden Divas Championship reign lasted 296 days, which was a record until two-time champion Nikki Bella broke her record in 2015. AJ won the Divas Championship 3 times, a record she shares with Eve Torres. Nevertheless, AJ may have been one of the shortest on the roster, but she was one of the best to lace up a pair of boots, while Chuck Taylor sneakers. 9. Mickie James. Mickie James stands at 5 feet 2 inches. Mickie James is a legend in the professional wrestling business, and she deserves her flowers. Mickie was obsessed with Trish Stratus, and her obsession took over with Mickie turning heel, and she defeated Trish at WrestleMania 22 for her first WWE Women's Championship reign. Despite the accolades that Mickie achieved in her WWE career, she doesn't get the respect that she deserves. Mickie is a 5-time women's champion, and she's the only woman in WWE history to win the WWE Women's Championship at WrestleMania, Survivor Series, and the Royal Rumble. Mickie's also a former Divas champion, and she was the second woman in WWE history to capture both the WWE Women's and Divas Championship. 8. Layla. Layla stands at 5 feet 2 inches. Layla's WWE Women's Championship win on the May 14, 2010 edition of SmackDown was historic as she became the first British-born WWE Women's Champion. Layla also became the final WWE Women's Champion, as the title was retired at Night of Champions 2010 as Michelle McCool defended the title on their behalf, and McCool defeated Melina to become the unified WWE Divas Champion. That wasn't the final time that Layla held silverware in her WWE career, as she made history once again when she defeated Nikki Bella for the Divas Championship at Extreme Rules 2012. With the victory, Layla became the oldest Divas champion in WWE history at 34. She was the 5th and final woman to win both the WWE Women's and Divas Championships, which is a superb feat. 7. Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane stands at 5 feet 1 inch. Kairi Sane is one of the most talented in-ring performers that WWE has on their roster. Sane won the NXT Women's Championship from Shayna Baszler in August 2018 at TakeOver Brooklyn 4, but she was champion for a couple of months with the Queen of Spades recapturing the gold at Evolution 2018. Sane moved to the main roster in 2019, and she won the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship alongside Asuka. The Kabuki Warriors were an excellent team, and they claimed the titles for the second time on the January 26, 2024 episode of SmackDown, 2 months after Sane returned to WWE as a new member of Damage Control. 6. Zelina Vega. Zelina Vega stands at 5 feet 1 inch. Zelina Vega has had to be incredibly patient for opportunities to be presented to her, and things finally clicked for her when she returned to WWE in the summer of 2021 after she was released in November 2020. Vega won the Queen's Crown tournament, and she won her first championship in WWE, the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship alongside Carmella by beating the oddball pairing of Nikki ASH and Rhea Ripley for the gold. Thus far, that's the only championship Vega has won in her WWE career to date. She has a massive chance to win a singles championship before she retires as she moved to SmackDown in the transfer window, and Chelsea Green's WWE Women's United States Championship is a title firmly in her sights. 5. Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez stands at 5 feet 1 inch. Roxanne Perez is still only 23, but she's proven that she can hang with the big names in the women's division as she was the runner-up in the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble match, and she spent a record 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 47 seconds, which is the longest time that a woman spent in a Rumble. Nevertheless, the Prodigy is a 2-time NXT Women's Champion, and she thrived in her run with the title. Perez became one half of the youngest NXT Women's Tag Team Champions in history as she was just 20 years and 8 months when she captured the gold with Cora Jade. The Prodigy is destined for greatness in her WWE career, and she will add to her resume with championship wins on the main roster. 4. Io Sky. Io Sky stands at 5 feet 1 inch. Io Sky made a name for herself in NXT, where she won the NXT Women's Championship and the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship with Zoe Stark. However, the genius of the Sky belonged on the main roster, and she's been a proud member of Damage Control since their formation at SummerSlam 2022. Sky wasted no time in winning silverware as she won the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship twice with Dakota Kai. However, Sky outgrew the Tag Team Women's division, and she won the WWE Women's Championship at SummerSlam 2023 by seeing off Bianca Belair after Sky successfully cashed in her Money in the Bank briefcase. Sky's resume speaks for itself, but she just needs to win the Women's World Championship to join the Grand Slam Champion Club, which is a strong possibility. 3. Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss stands at 5 feet 1 inch. Alexa Bliss returned to WWE programming for the first time a couple of years at the 2025 Royal Rumble after she was on maternity leave and took an extended break after giving birth to her first daughter. Bliss is still only 33, but in her prime, she was one of the best female wrestlers on the roster. The Goddess is a 5-time world champion, and she is the first woman in WWE history to win both the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships. Bliss is a prolific tag team wrestler as she won the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship twice with Nikki Cross and once with Asuka. Furthermore, Bliss will be looking to add to her 5 world championships, but she's already had a Hall of Fame-worthy career. 2. Katana Chance. Katana Chance stands at 5 feet 0 inches. Katana Chance is one of the most athletic female wrestlers on the roster, and she packs a punch standing at 5 feet tall. Chance and her tag team partner Caden Carter are history makers. They became the first tag team in WWE history to win both the WWE Women's and NXT Women's Tag Team Championships. Chance and Carter have had success in WWE, but it looks highly unlikely that they'll win the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship again. Nothing can be taken away from the pair as their names will be etched in the history books for their 2 Women's Tag Team Championship wins. 1. Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross stands at 5 feet 0 inches. Nikki Cross has played several roles in her WWE career, but she's found success in the roles she's played. Under her Nikki ASH gimmick, she finally became a world champion when she successfully cashed in her Women's Money in the Bank contract at the expense of Charlotte Flair for the Raw Women's Championship. Cross' Raw Women's Championship reign was inevitably abrupt as she dropped the title back to the Queen at SummerSlam 2021 in a triple threat match. Nevertheless, Cross is a 3-time WWE Women's Tag Team Champion, winning the titles twice with Alexa Bliss and once with Rhea Ripley when Cross was still portraying her superhero gimmick. Another championship that Cross won was the 24/7 Championship, which she held 11 times, and she was the final champion as the title was surplus to requirements in 2022. Cross is currently a member of Wyatt Six, and it remains to be seen if she'll bring some gold to the faction.